I forgot her name for a second, and then I had to read it. Tidelia's back. And not trying
Hooray.
to kill anyone. But last session was basically trying to get her back to her senses. Hunter was a few points to being nearly dead. Mosaic was just about dead. The whole entire party were technically fine. I'm pretty sure only one of them actually took damage.
Hi, that was me. I took a hit from a claw, I think.
I think it was a claw attack, yeah. It was only like 14-ish damage.
Yeah, something like that. 14, 18, around that time period. Time period? You know, the 1400s.
The 1400.
You got slapped all the way back to the 1400s.
yeah, I'm a lot older now.
The slap that made you British.
I got hit by a weeping angel.
But as the little deal was stated, her psyche was a little teeny tiny bit altered. Normally she wouldn't actively seek out hurting people, but after realizing that the people around her were at least her siblings before she noticed the, at the time, children around, one of them being her own child, she was perfectly fine hurting them. And then they heard Severus and realized, I probably shouldn't be aggressive. What if I hurt them? That was the only reason she stopped.
Makes sense to me.
But she's all better now.
Yeah.
A little bit of time passed by, not that much, but enough for the party to become young dragons.
10 years have passed.
Sure.
And we haven't left this room.
I mean, technically, you could have left and came back.
No, impossible.
You can just grow in here. Oh. Tazzy also seemed to have punched themselves in the nose, but that's unrelated.
Oh, you're talking about third person again.
God dang it, you're right, I am. But yeah, that's basically where we left off. The party managed to, with the help of the other dragon generals, managed to calm Tydelia down. And currently, I can't see all 5 of them because they are too big.
Correct.
And I'm sure it's already been noticed, but Momona is only partially here. They're here in spirit.
Why aren't they a .jpg?
I didn't save their token.
Oh.
So this is correct.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It's not. It's a conglomerate.
Momona.t and JPEG.
Oh, I didn't see. Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't see that part.
No, I
Now
looked
it's
away.
specialized. How dare you look away?
Sorry, I will never look away from my monitor again.
Whoa, don't do all that.
Yeah, no?
But alrighty, you guys have been pseudo called back into, I guess this is the meeting room now. It's no longer a tomb.
Mama.
Oh my god. How do I forget every session that's saying?
Mama.
I think it's been pushed out of my memory at the end of every session.
Every week you just have to go, okay, it's never happened. They've never said that. It never happened.
Yeah, apparently. But
At
yeah,
this
you
point,
guys,
Ken might as well just be renamed Stockholm.
But now I get to go, Mama!
That's my
Oh,
stick.
lovely. Yeah.
I'm
Two
not
out
gonna, like, I'm not gonna.
Don't steal my stick.
I'm not
Okay. I mean, no, I can't say that either. I was gonna say, technically, Tien has a better relationship with their mother
No.
than Momona has with their father, but no.
Maybe. Hard
No.
maybe.
I'm sorry, do I have the healthiest relationship here
Yes.
with my predecessor?
I say no.
Oh, right, your
Oh,
mom's
I
back.
am hurt by that. We have a loving relationship with our mother. She loves us. We love her. She saved us. There's no Stockholm syndrome.
You're
There's
saying
none of
it
that.
like we didn't just have to fight her.
We just resurrected her. She had resurrection sickness.
Resurrection sickness.
Then why could she move?
They had summoning sickness.
She was confused, and she thought that she was still in the final moments of her life when she was fighting to the death.
Should have hurt herself in her confusion.
And blind. And deaf. And couldn't taste.
She's also one of the most powerful ones. So she was fighting on instinct to beat the dragon turtle because she still thought she was in that fight.
Until she realized that she wasn't, and she was fighting her siblings, to which she just stopped caring about
I'm
her.
glad I gave up on my plan of like trying to distract her with food. Because her tasting dragon turtle would not have helped shake her out of that fight
Oh,
mentality.
you're right.
No.
This would have made it worse.
It's just like, oh, yes, so I am fighting this. Good. I'm glad I know.
Oh,
So,
my
yeah, we
siblings are
have that-
here. I taste dragon turtle. I must still be dying.
I must be still being murdered.
Yes, he is wounded. Capitalize on it. Full force.
Murder him immediately.
I can survive. I can go home. Don't worry, kids. I'll be home.
While murdering the kids.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
fine thing. It's just waking up as like, I just murdered my entire family. Well then.
They'll get over it.
Well, that fight was eventful.
Hey, they were able to bring me back. I can bring them back. It's fine.
It's a lot of souls.
Well, I mean, I guess the cost wouldn't be as high for me as it probably would be
So,
for Hunter.
Who exactly went down by the end of that fight, since I missed the tail end of it?
No one.
Nope.
No one technically went down. Mosaic. Well, technically, Dolores purposefully hit Mosaic, Tydelia, and Gleam with his fire breath,
Okay.
knowing that Mosaic was weak to it, and knowing that it had next to no effect on Tydelia.
Just like
He was
siblings.
technically. Yeah.
Okay, so
he
just
was
reminding the others of their place. Got it.
Ironically, he was aiming for Gleam. Mosaic just happened to be in the way. Considering she took double damage from fire and failed the save. So that's what almost downed her.
Friendly fire. I guess technically that was all friendly fire if you think about it.
Yeah.
Technically all of it. Especially with Gleam, who got electrocuted like twice.
Once I
Poor
made a
man.
beam redirect like 180 degrees just to get to him.
Yeah, and it was purposeful.
They know we're here.
It's like, wait,
Well, they
she's
knew
in her mind,
Gleam
like,
was here.
she knew specifically Glee. The fire just let her remember, oh, my other siblings might be here. Just maybe.
But it could be a trick.
Oh my god.
Those dragon turtles, they are tricky ones.
Man,
Except
I
for
didn't.
Gleam. Gleam can take a couple hits. He should be helping me.
No, he's clearly helping. He'd forgive me for like accidentally electrocuting him near the death. He'll understand.
It's not like I can help it that he's a
Or
living
that was a
lightning rod.
petty jab. What took him so fucking long to get here?
Ironically, that was the reason. It was straight up, you took too long.
Someone?
I think it's Clutch.
Ah, okay.
Is it still not a game?
Yeah, we're game. No,
It
we
is
are
game.
game. I just was surprised when I heard a person join in. I just thought it was like, oh, Scott, did something change? No.
Nope.
Fortunately not.
Do we need to adjust anything on OBS
No. Wow.
with? I didn't know
In-
if Clutch
Unless
had ever made a reactive token.
Well, yeah, we're in a session. Of course there isn't.
if he made one, Skylar would have to put it into the OBS.
Okay, I don't know how this works, so I was just double checking.
No, you're good.
Nope, I've got to manually put everyone in.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm sure.
Then afterwards, if you were to pop in, then it would light up.
Yep.
If I have it visible, I can still make them invisible.
That as well. But you guys were called in by the generals for some sort of meeting. Basically, you guys have just been faffing about for like a few years.
Years?
You know, 10 years, like I said.
It's just like, all right, we need Tydelia to recover. We need to fill her in on everything that's going on.
And that just took a decade.
Oh shit, the princess grew up 10 years.
30 now. She was
Oh, she's
exactly
Benji.
20. She had just turned 20 by the time you guys kidnapped her.
Oh,
Oh, she's 30.
Oh, so she's a spinster now.
What about Benji?
oh no.
Do dog you respect Benji?
Ironically, Benji has changed not at all.
Oh, thank God.
Benji is still his normal self. If anything, ironically, he keeps going back.
What about what's her name? Willow, aka Human Friend.
She's an elf. She's fine.
Then why is it labeled Human Friend?
Human.
Because
All right.
human is mankind.
Fair enough.
I had to
But
go
the
through
race
that
is
with
up to
Death
humanity.
Mage. Yes. If you want to make it a better term, just say mankind.
But she's a woman.
Mortal friend. One of the mortal races.
Humanoid.
Oh, that feels dehumanizing.
Yeah, boiling down to nothing more than the shape that they are.
Despite it having human in the name. Anyway, yeah, hey Taz, we're here.
They're muted.
Never mind. They're not here.
It seems the council is convening.
Mama.
So yeah, Cord is just blatantly speaking at this point. After all
Good
that
for
time
Cord.
of only making animal noises.
Good for Cord. He's grown up.
Back.
Welcome,
Welcome
back.
back.
I thought I was being fussed at for something I was not sure about because I only just now got like 15 text messages.
Ooh.
Ah. Fun.
However, I wasn't being fussed at. And everyone is downstairs and they just weren't listening.
Neat.
But Corn is no longer just an animal.
You
Cord has always
evolved.
been able to talk. It's
I
been a
know.
conscious choice.
I'm well aware.
And to be fair, you guys saw that back during the Dragon Turtle fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nom.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
mean, to be fair, it could have been something like a husky. They can only talk in theory.
Aw, he thinks he people.
You think he's people.
I'm pretty sure I said turtle soup. Nom nom.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a seal who can talk.
exactly. And parrots.
And cats.
Yeah.
I like how we're
And
just
humans.
I like how we're just straight up denouncing the fact. It's like I can speak perfectly fine, guys.
Yeah, you're
tell
not
me.
alone.
You're not special.
Look at all of us. We can speak.
And a particularly determined cricket.
Or
Some
Yeah.
may
who
even
did
say he's your conscience.
reach. I don't have a conscience.
That's a
If I did, I
conscience.
wouldn't be getting hurt.
That's not a
No,
conscience.
that's not conscience. That's self-preservation.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Or
it can be.
conscious of your surroundings.
Okay, that makes better sense.
It's different from having a conscience than being conscious of your surroundings.
Two
You have a
different
good
words.
point.
There you go.
Well, they are two different words.
Well, anyway.
Self-preservation of a lemming and the luck of a man struck by lightning twice on a sunny day.
Oh
It
wow,
somehow balances out.
the only character. Okay, never mind. Mosaics is turned off. I was just saying
Yeah.
the only person on my screen that doesn't have a health bar is Soloris, but no, Mosaics has been turned off for whatever reason.
Well, I don't see any of them.
Yeah, none of them have health bars for us.
Yep.
Oh,
They're immortal.
Mosaics is at 0. That's why. I
Well,
don't
no, they
know
just
why.
don't have health bars.
Oh yeah, you guys don't need to see it.
You right.
If they
Alright.
die, they die. If they died, you'd know because
But
they have.
if not, then the weak die.
Exactly. But somehow Mosaic's still alive, so apparently not.
Mama is not weak.
Not everyone dies when they are killed.
Yeah.
She is a snake of cold in a volcano. She was out of her element that whole fight.
She's still out of her element.
She's here at a spite this time. But yes, you guys are all called in.
Okay.
Have it set up right? Have it set up right. And Soloris kind of you guys hear bickering as you walk in.
Hmm.
But this time you hear a voice of reason. It's still not Mosaic.
Ew.
Of course not.
Of course, she's the one spurring it on. The voice of reason is more just more. It's less her trying to. It's less Tydelia trying to convince them to stop, and more just telling them that they're wrong. So it's just like we could just kill them all, or we could just let them live and kill off the ones that are important. But both of you are wrong. We can just not bother them at all. So it's just kind of 3 people arguing. Mosaic taking sides whenever she feels like it, and Hunter just sitting there looking kind of clueless, knowing what's going on, but can't do anything about it because he's the youngest.
Aw.
He's only just got to sit at the big kids table.
Pretty
Well,
much.
Well, he can go over, he can just go over, poke, and talk to Tydelia and just whisper his idea to her, and then she could voice it.
Yeah, that's pretty much all he can do. It's just like, however, we could manipulate. Ah, yes, manipulation.
The highest form of flattery.
That is
Someone immediately takes Hunter's idea.
Ironically, that's Mosaic. It's like, yes, we
Sounds
should
right.
manipulate all of them. That is a pretty good idea. I made that idea.
You talking about the greatest form of flattery reminds me of what the full phrase actually is. Imitation is the greatest form of flattery that mediocrity can give to greatness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It always makes it sound like that, oh, no, it's a good thing. No, it's literally saying you're doing half-ass at best, and that's the best you'll ever achieve.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you're good at mimicking things that aren't yours. But as at least Tydelia sees you guys come in, she kind of just pseudo claps her hands. And Soloris looks at her, don't clap at me. Stop arguing. How about that? And they all look. It's like, oh, they're here.
Oh, they're here.
Oh,
Mama.
we're
We
here.
have arrived.
I can't stand but hear the silent fall in the background.
Do what?
It's just Skylar in the background. As you guys are saying something, I just hear Skylar in the background. Mama.
I think it helps if I'm currently leaning away from my mic.
Yeah. 'Cause it sounds like you're walking into the room.
I'm doing it for the ambiance.
Doing it too perfectly. But as you guys walk in, they kind of get themselves situated. You can just barely see, like, Soloris just barely managing to smack Gleam with his tail as he sits down, quote unquote.
Corn will stand at attention.
Well, you guys have actually gotten bigger. I was almost worried. You guys were gonna stay like little ticks for the rest of your lives.
Oh, I hope not.
I
What's
mean,
that
technically,
voice?
we could have gotten bigger. It just would have been very difficult. We count by the number of heads we had.
I was so trying hard to not think that that was the reason. I was like, what am I thinking of? That is, of course, the reason.
Or in larger
Yeah.
duels, I suppose.
I mean, are we trying to maybe if we cut from right where at the base, and then the bottom just grows out bigger.
You grow two bottoms.
No.
Ah, I see. We have reverted to starfish.
The starfished Hydra.
Mm.
Why does
Or
it keep
we-
growing?
Oh, what is it's not Alami. There's one in Greek mythology, the serpent woman with two snake tails.
The Scylla?
Is it? I don't think it's the Scylla.
No,
No, not Scylla.
a lot more than
There
two.
There is one.
There is. I just can't think of a window name because I keep going to either Lamia or Nekomata. They're both wrong for different reasons.
Yeah. The Nekomara of Lamia.
The Nekolamia. The Lamiamata.
I can't remember it. But yeah, basically that.
What was it called? It was a mermaid, wasn't it?
No. It was a snake. It was a serpent.
Oh no, because there's also the two-tailed mermaid in Greek mythology.
The Capricorn. No.
No.
Goatfish.
Yeah.
We can all agree that it's just a giant pufferfish.
Echidna.
Are you sure it's the Echidna?
Maybe it's not Medusa, Echidna, and this. Let me click.
I mean, it could be the Echidna. I just don't remember it having two tails. But while that goes on the background, Taz, would you like to continue?
Yeah. I don't even think Discord heard what I said.
I heard the yeah.
Okay.
The two-tailed mermaid is the Gorgona.
But
Yeah, moving on.
we are relatively close to finally achieving our one goal that was supposed to take only 5 years. Technically, it was technically it was a 100-year plan.
World domination?
Well, yeah, that's what this plan was getting at.
Local domination.
Local domination. I mean, technically, Hunter pipes up. Technically, I've already have my area taken care of. Mosaic. I've had mine done since the first week we started.
Mama's great.
Sidelia just kind of is silent because she was dead the whole time.
Didn't really have a chance.
Meanwhile, Gleam and Soloris are just kind of side-eyeing each other, knowing that neither of them got their stuff done yet. And Sidelia finally speaks up. Well, what about you two? And Gleams just kind of stammers. Well, I'm getting there. Father did give me like the biggest portion of the work. That and I did have to kind of take over your stuff too, since you were kind of unavailable. Okay, and Soloris? I'm taking my time. I'm planning on having all of them suffer equally. I can't do that if they're already starving to death. I could only do but so much. You cut off their water supply. Well, you tried to. And Soloris looks kind of upset. I managed to cut off most of it. It's not my fault they've moved all the rocks out of the way. So
Who?
two people out of 4 got everything like done.
Who did the rock thing?
Soloris.
Hmm?
Soloris did the rock thing?
Yes.
Why didn't he melt the rocks to make it so they couldn't move them?
He didn't think about it.
Takes too much thought power.
It took too much thought power. He thought that the heaviness of the rock was more than enough. He didn't realize that humans are persistent.
They're only humans. How could they possibly move these rocks?
I guess even then they would still try to just break the rock.
That's true.
Not only that, like they have magic.
That is also true. They could have just if they got a wizard or something that can cast like the one stuff
Mold
that they
Earth.
can don't
No, Mold Earth only works on loose earth, not packed earth or stone.
Ah.
But there are spells that do that. There's a transmute stone spell.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright,
and
guys,
it's
just reduce. Get in the conga line.
I found it. It's the Dracanian Scythia. Scythia.
You got there.
Yeah.
Oh, you're about to say something, yeah.
That's what it is. Where it has the 2 serpent tails. I found it.
You did.
Found it.
And I don't even remember why it was brought up.
Because me cutting off the bottom half.
Right, starfish.
Yep. Because I would have 5 points at that point.
Ouch. I should have done that. I'll be fine.
What'd you do?
My nose was runny, so I proceeded to mute myself and try to help myself out. It went straight down the throat.
Ah,
Well, it's better than it being stuck in your throat.
yeah.
That's why I was muted.
Yeah.
That is also why I have drinks by me. So,
Mm-hmm.
but Tidelia looks kind of frustrated. It's just like, I've been dead for how long? 2 years, and you couldn't at least get half of your stuff done.
Did you
I
just
mean,
say 2 years? Has it
she
been?
was only Tidelia was only dead for 2 years.
How about the time skip?
She's not counting the time skip because
Okay.
they've been actively being around her, so she just assumed that was the reason because of her healing,
Fair enough.
like fear of her getting attacked again. We had a lot of stuff to do. We were mourning you. How many of you were actually mourning me?
All three. they all look say yes, we were.
Well, you three don't count. I already know you guys were mourning me. I mean, out of my siblings, my beloved siblings.
We know Hunter was.
I was. I kept going to the swamp.
Yeah, let's see. Corin has to suppress a snort.
I kept going to the swamp. Oh, you hate going there. Yeah, I, for whatever reason, can't fly over the small amounts of mud. And why does all of your alligators attack me? I'm much bigger than them, and they can't physically kill me. I still don't know.
I was gonna say play bites.
Oh no, maybe it just doesn't like you.
Oh, that's just how they show affection. They were aiming for my neck. It just
were
sounds
kidding.
like crocodiles to
Logan,
me.
they don't
or alligators.
Oh, Kaz muted again.
Oh no. You seem quite busy today.
Yeah.
It's like that sometimes. You just want to sit down and do something, and everything under the sun demands your attention.
Oh,
Oh,
I know
yeah.
that feeling.
And it's like you didn't need me the last 3 hours.
Yep.
You magically need me now that I'm in the middle of something.
Always.
That is the exact thing that happened.
Oh, hi.
Uh, I'm trying to remember my train of thought now. But yeah,
Good luck.
it's ideally just good luck. It's ideally just looks disappointed. It's just like, Mosaic, how long did it take you to deal with all your stuff? 2-3 days. Of course, in between that, I had gotten a child, so I was very distracted after that point. But I handled everything.
Just the way she said child.
She had to hesitate because she didn't have the child.
Yeah, but there's also a slight sound of disdain.
They obtained a child.
I'm glad you caught it.
Oh, yeah, I caught that.
Well, yeah, I never thought you'd be a parent. I was hoping that it was a female.
My mom loves me.
But of course, the world doesn't like everyone getting everything that they want. Do you still take care of them? Who?
God, that's fucking fitting.
Oh.
Your child mosaic? I mean, they're alive. They're right there.
Hello.
I mean, I did almost lose them like twice.
Huh?
You know how children are. They wander off. I don't remember Severus ever wandering off too far. I mean, you also smother your children, so I only have one, and the other ones are the dragon turtle. I mean, yeah. Why do you think they're small? I guess
Should Severus be counted as one child or 3 children?
they count as one body.
I was
Well-
I was about to ask something, but that's a little fucked up.
Because technically, they all have their own personality.
Are they like conjoined siblings?
Yeah.
Basically.
I mean, basically, yeah.
Then I guess technically 3 kids.
Yeah.
But if you lose one, you lose them all.
Well, no, if you lose one, then 2 more grow back.
Well, if you lose the heads, it's a lot different than if you if you go up.
You misplace your child. You misplace all 3.
Yeah. I mean, technically, if you were desperate and you just had a head, you could actually regrow a whole new Severus completely.
Yeah, not only that, the way hydras in general work is one head is the immortal one, and if they are allowed to grow, they'll just grow into another, like, full-on body.
But who's the favorite?
She doesn't. I don't have a favorite.
Oh, that's what they all say.
Well, no, you can say Severus is my favorite, and
Exactly. I can't pick a favorite when
they
they're all
do have a slight hive mind.
Yeah.
exactly.
Because they each have their own unique brain, but there's also one brain at the stem.
So you've got 4 brains.
Yes,
3
Like
heads, 4
Godzilla.
brains.
Aren't you smart?
because they need a separate brain to operate the heads, and then one base brain to operate everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And it's also convenient to share information.
Yeah.
that too. Okay, so
Does that?
Yeah.
Oh, So does that mean that a Hydra would be the perfect thing for an illithid hive?
Probably. Considering
Yes,
that they have multiple heads.
Ever
'cause
renewable meal?
yes, but would they consider that enough of a meal because they are not intelligent beings? Most of the time.
most of the time they are not.
If they had made an awakened Hydra, then yes.
Not only that, you have to also realize the fact of even though yes, every head has its own mind, the moment its neck is severed from the body, it becomes brain dead instantly. So technically, their brain would be useless
Well,
unless
that's the
they
whole
killed
thing,
the
though,
head.
is they usually kind of just brain slurp you while you're still alive.
Yeah, but that would kill. That would technically injure the whole Hydra because it's still attached.
Yeah,
Because they would have
I
to
mean,
do the main brain of the Hydra.
Yeah, and I mean, if they wanted to just use it for brain matter material, that's not necessarily alive, but for other purposes, yes,
This is a weird session.
it is.
Uh,
Oh God, imagine if they figured out a way to illustrate a Hydra.
no.
and then integrate that into an elder brain.
Moving on.
Moving on from that XK class scenario.
All right, but what about a false Hydra?
No.
Don't bring that up in front of Kovu.
No, because then you basically just create the silent. We don't need that shit.
No.
Tydelia just looks at Tia and is just like, I have a single question for you, child.
Yes.
How does your mother show that she loves you? Don't answer that.
Oh, all the time. I am losing my TN voice. Why?
Oh no,
Why can't I go into it?
I
All of today I've been struggling.
I don't know what you do to get into it.
it's because you are starting to. As Tien's trying to think of this, his voice suddenly loses it.
As Tien grows older, he loses his old voice, his old childish voice.
You say that if his childish voice wasn't already relatively deep.
I know.
That was
There
the
it
point.
is.
Oh, you know, the parent things,
Parent.
spending time, treating me
Okay.
as if they were my own parents, and adoption. Other caring things.
Severus, name at least. You know, all three of you name at least one thing that I've done to show that I care.
You took us out for rides in the ocean when we meet the dragon turtles. You taught us how to swim because we kept hitting each other and getting tied into knots. And you took us out on our first kill.
To be
Stuff like
fair, you put the child on the spot. Of course, they started getting confused and not remembering anything I've done for them.
Yeah, like when you protected me from that, whatever it's called in snow.
Be here, yes.
Those.
I'm sorry, how do you let a Behir into your area? I didn't know it was there. If I knew, I would have got it killed a while ago. How long was it there? Well, he said he only saw it once.
Who knows?
You've just been walking over the top of it every time it was asleep. The only reason it hasn't killed is to care.
you never dealt with it.
I mean, in theory, I did.
After I
It
told
should
them.
be dead.
I hope instead it's been like 20 years.
What do you mean you think it's dead?
Where's
Did you
the
not-
corpse?
It's like, Parn will just look at Solaris at this point. The aroma of incompetence.
He's one of the incompetent ones. He's at least Mosaic got her stuff done.
Mosaic got her stuff done.
Oh, no,
Yes,
this
he's
is
the
completely
procrastinator.
No, this statement is completely geared at the whole "I'm a good mother"
Yeah, very much.
conversation.
Meanwhile, Solaris is just like, see, this is why I don't have children. Do you not count Corn as your child? No. He is simply a warrior that is made to be as such. He doesn't need parents. Look at him.
Indeed, Commander.
See? Perfect pupil. I think he just raised a weapon. Exactly. Well, technically, I still don't know where I found him from. I was just kind of walking around and he dared to bite me. Not a lot of things do that. I was more curious.
Corn will then clack his jaws twice. I don't have anything to make that sound, sadly. I faintly heard that.
Did that actually get picked up from my mic?
That
Yeah.
did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I know I can technically make that sound pseudo and have Discord hear it. It's more, I think the last time I did it, I almost dislocated my jaw.
I could clack my teeth, but one of my teeth is giving me problems. And
I
I
feel
know
like
that's going to go so badly if I try.
Oh my god, I wrote a whole sentence without spelling something wrong. Anyway,
Oh.
because Scott said he's on his way home, so there's a chance he might be able to make it to session.
New record.
New record. Gleam, how are your children? I mean, Momona's there. The other three are still young, so they're kind of just with their mother. I didn't want to bring them here because Solaris would judge them, and Mosaic would hate my only son. You're not wrong. I did openly admit to wanting a female child. The only reason I'm okay with this one is because it likes me.
Mama.
See? Well, of course, Gleam's like the picture of having a child, though. Considering he keeps having them instead of doing his job. Solaris, you haven't done your stuff. Okay, then how much did you get done? Technically more than half. I only stopped because, well, our sibling's alive now. I had something more important to do. None of this matters. This isn't what this meeting's about. Anyway, we're at the last bit of our plan, and we just need the Great Father to be awakened. Technically, we could just go out and get another artifact, but we found something that'd be easier. If I'm remembering correctly, all of you still have at least one or two items that you found prior. Cough, cough, the items you guys potentially got during your session zeros.
Yes.
Right.
That I think only one of you actually used, which I don't really blame.
I don't.
I don't
You
blame you
told
guys.
me what it does.
They did also
But
send it to you.
I mean, there is a document that says exactly how they all work.
Yeah.
Where is that document?
Party magic items. It's been there since the start.
Oh, I was thinking it was in a Google Docs document.
Nope.
No.
Oh,
I see
hey,
the
more
very-
features will be unlocked after leveling to level 5. What is the new features?
Doesn't matter. Because you might not even get the chance to use it.
You're
To
right.
be fair, mine hasn't really procced.
Which is kind of my point in saying I don't blame most of you for not using it, because honestly, I feel like you guys just asked dragons on your own.
Considering how little we had actual combat in this campaign.
You walked
We've
around.
only had one thing die within my aura.
Two.
Within 30 feet of me?
You were right
Probably.
beside the bear when it died.
The dare?
I guess technically. But also, to be fair, I was at full health. So, there would be no point in rolling a hit die.
But you could have.
And
Honestly,
when we
this-
only fight one thing, there's no point in me getting advantage on my next attack, since, it's dead.
honestly, I feel like mine's the one that fits with my build currently the best. I still don't
Mine
use it
is-
all that much.
Mine is
Yeah.
not suitable.
Honestly, of everyone, I just was like, it could have been worse. It could have been better. I think the only person who actually used theirs was probably
Hi.
Scott.
No, that was me. I healed Flea.
Oh yeah, you did. Oh yeah, Scott never used this thing actually. What am I talking about?
And
Yeah, 'cause
now
also,
with
I don't
me being able to
think
deal
Scott
like
ever
30
got
damage.
low enough in HP.
Yes. Fighting the dare.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there are creatures that we down, so therefore they were low enough.
Yep.
Oh no, because I misread it.
Yeah.
When I was reading it, I thought it was saying that you have to have 20 hit points or less to use it.
No.
How dare you read it wrong?
Yeah, how dare you? That's a sin, I think.
You said Sim.
Someone's been sinning a lot, then.
Oh no, we've all sinned!
I can't believe this. I'm so disappointed.
My brain is still a little scrambled, so yeah. I've already
Jesus.
worked 36 hours this week.
Oh boy.
Jesus Christ.
That's like 12 hours a day.
Yeah, working 5/12s,
Oh,
Oh, shit.
60-hour weeks.
fun.
Sometimes we get to leave earlier on Fridays, but if we don't hit our numbers on Friday and get our order out, we'll have to come in on Saturday because that order has to go out
Oh no.
because that's our contract. We kind of need to fulfill that.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Magic item.
Huh?
Magic item.
Yeah, what
So
about
we'll
him?
have
Yes, he wants to eat our magic items.
With all four of yours combined, technically, it'd probably be just enough to wake him up.
Sure.
Okay.
I have no use for mine.
What does the PNJPEG say?
Forgot that I named them that. It's not even been that long since I looked at it.
I mean, it's been less than an hour.
I mean, technically, I could just wait until and get his actual answer when he gets here. However, I don't
We don't-
wanna.
That is going to be.
We
Exactly,
don't
I
know
don't
when or
wanna.
if that will be.
You could just shoot him a message.
Yeah, I'll
Might be
just say,
driving.
yeah, he is driving. That's kind of why I didn't
Yeah.
suggest
fair-
that.
Fair point.
I could just straight up say that just 3 items is enough, at least for the moment, and the fourth one could supercharge him. I
We could do
guess.
that. I mean, I don't
Make it
mind.
easy.
Oh, but if 3 items is enough, I'd love to keep mine that I've used once.
Surprisingly, as ever, the generals are all like kind of agreeing to this. Solaris seems iffy about it.
The items are waking.
His father waking,
Okay.
Why?
but roll me an insight, and I'll straight up tell you.
Can any of us
Okay.
roll it,
I
or
was
just the
about
one
to
who
I
asked?
was about to ask him, but sure, I'll roll insight too.
No, don't let him show
Oh,
his
okay,
weakness.
I won't roll.
I'm waiting for my thing to. What do you mean, load more? I'm at the bottom of my chat. 18 because technically Corn would have advantage on that.
But I mean,
How about
it's my
Severus?
commander. It's my commander.
It's your commander.
When we
19.
put our heads together.
I was saying 21 because technically, yes, you still would.
I'm
Be-
the only one
Yeah.
without the advantage, and I don't need it.
Your advantage is correct. It's 19 already. All of you can kind of tell. Well, I'll go in order. Corn, you've vaguely heard, like, at least when he was in his specific controlled area, Solaris would always talk to his little sort of guards-ish thing. Basically other fellow warriors, I guess. He would always mention not really being too excited about his father coming back. He never really outright said why,
Yeah.
but he always showed. I am hearing myself.
Oh no.
I'll be fine. But he never actually explained why. He just kept bringing it up. Tien, with your 19, you can actually, as he's like being sort of iffy about it, one of his little claws from his wing actually touches what looks like a pretty gnarly scar, as if remembering something.
Oh, daddy issues.
God dang it.
You want to talk about parent issues?
Exactly.
How's that a character? Tien wouldn't know what parent issues are.
What do you mean? I thought parents were supposed to attack you when you did something minutely wrong.
Oh no, he wouldn't know what parent issues are. He just wouldn't think that he has any.
Yeah. And there she is. Momona, I have a question for you and something for you to do the
They're
moment
muted.
you join.
Don't forget to DP and JPEG it.
I am. That's what I'm doing now.
What is the question? I got on the road. What is the question? And also, I did switch the PNG.
Oh, no, it's not that. It's more I mess with your name tag. But the question is, to wake up the Great Worm Father, you guys can use your magic items that you got at your session zeros. Everyone's fine with giving up theirs. I wanted to ask if you were okay with giving up yours.
But they're mine. Nah, yeah, showing it.
Also, though,
They're mine.
Dolores seems reluctant.
Yeah, we're getting to that.
Yeah, Solar seems
I'm
reluctant to
catching
bring
Scott up.
I am
but-
fine to relinquish begrudgingly my gauntlets that I haven't used in that whole this campaign.
Exactly. None of us actually used them.
Excuse you.
Well, we got into serious combat.
Okay, you
but
healed
like,
Flea.
That is the only thing I've used it for, yes.
You used
mine
it
can
once.
mine annihilates people and make them cease to exist.
I healed a kobold once. That's the only thing these items have been used for.
I healed the Cobalt one.
Yeah, and I've never had a use for mine.
So yes, I relinquish my item.
Well,
Alrighty.
now we know the option is there for if we decide that's what we want to do.
Yeah.
The commander
But-
seems reluctant.
Yeah. But Tien, you see the scar. You see his claw kind of touching on it hesitantly. It doesn't look like it still hurts. It looks like it was like from ages ago. If anything, it looks more faded than it does visible. The only reason you can tell that it's a scar is that he's actively not literally pointing it out, but pointing at it.
He's drawing attention to it, even if not intentionally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Severus, however, you three see a bit more than the other two.
I mean, you're
I
right.
don't know why I phrases it like that as if it's incorrect. But as you really look at like his strange skittish behavior, you can see that the red parts of his scales, or like his body really, don't actually fit with the color of his head whatsoever. If anything, it looks like scarring, like burn or even electrocution marks. It looks less like those scales are meant to be that color and more they were forced into being that way through healing. Or improper healing,
So, like,
rather.
literally the entirety of his body.
Pretty much, except for his head. Well, head crest
No
ish.
wonder I noticed the scar. It's all over him.
You see a physical scar that's like a slash.
Yeah.
Like he got smacked or something. Well, smacked with a knife, I guess. If it's a slash, it's not slashing damage if it's a smack, because a smack is bludgeoning damage.
I mean, I don't know. Have you ever been
Are you
smacked
saying that
by...
his whole body was yellow?
Mm-hmm.
And his scales were so damaged that they healed back red.
Yep.
Improper healing?
Improper healing. But the strange thing is, it's well known that he's immune to fire damage. So whatever hit him had
Was
to
not
have been able
fire.
to suppress.
Lightning!
Well, it could have been fire or lightning. It's more whatever it was powerful enough to negate his immunity altogether.
I cast name palm. Yeah, palm.
Yeah, that's basically what happened is.
Name
Well,
palm? I mean, I guess you could write a name on your palm.
Could be radiant or necrotic that did it.
That
Okay,
is
No,
also-
it's
since-
nuclear.
It's nuclear. The humans said, you know what? Stop it."
Someone decided to use nuclear strike magic.
And it just missed his head.
You know what? I'm sick and tired of these gosh darn dragons stealing my sheep.
I cast rainbow beam.
I cast atomic bomb.
I have a question to where it looks like his, because you said it's just like his head area. Does that include like his jaw, like his jaw too, like just his head?
Yep.
So, I have a, does it look like if you were to try to look at like how it was done, would it almost like would it, I have the idea in my head that maybe depending on the size of of how big the Wormfather was and how small he was at the time, did he maybe get cooked inside his mouth?
Like, the only thing that avoided getting bitten down on would have been his head.
Yeah, and then just released a breath attack without opening the mouth. Just point blank and cooked him.
That is a close assumption. Like, really close.
Like, scarily close.
Yeah, actually.
Oh.
'Cause-
I give over with a detective cap, I guess.
I take it he does. Is it because he's a wyvern?
Not inherently.
Okay, I'm just making sure because in some versions of dragon myths, wyverns are always got the short end of the stick.
What does that
They
mean
really
for
do
Kieran's?
sometimes. Kieran's
Well,
are.
They're just horses.
Most of the time, Kierans aren't in those, so it's never really brought up.
More often than not, they're like more regal things. They just happen to be there, and it's just like, you know what? You're cool. I
They're
don't
just
want.
accessories.
They are.
Wyverns often get talked as like lesser dragons and other such things, or the lowest form of dragon.
Yeah,
that
because it's just like that. They're the dragons where you say, "Why do you even exist?"
Why do
Yeah.
you Vern?
Oh, that was concerning. Found a push pin in my bed.
Oh.
It came down
So-
off of where my curtain is hanging.
So so I noticed the burns and I connected to his reaction to the Wormfather.
Yes, I will add a little bit because technically I did bring it up in Tien's scene. But
Okay.
the scar, the actual like flesh scarring where you can see the slash and or piercing mark are large enough to look like claw marks, but the fact that they're still visible shows that they are deep, i.e.
Like a
it is
tooth.
very likely that whatever attacked him could have been bigger and just happened to bite him.
Okay. Yep. Okay. And I'm taking it those marks are around the neck?
Yep. That's
Yep.
why I said. That's why I agreed when Skylar said scarily close, because that is like you almost completely guessed what happened.
Hey! I did my job.
Here's the
You
detective
did.
cap for you.
All right, now we need to determine, do we bring this up?
I mean, you technically can.
Well, yeah, we can, but should we?
What's the worst?
I could give us a pretty decent opportunity without blurting it out to everybody.
Solaris is a baby.
Commander, permission
He
to speak
looks
in private.
fine.
Okay, let's speak in private.
Yeah. Yeah, so that we can talk to
Convenient.
Solaris about this, like asking to
Oh.
speak to Solaris in private.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you were going to speak to Solaris in private, and
That's what I thought.
we were going to all speak to ours in private or something like that. Because I was gonna consult Tydelia about this.
All right, then yeah.
And I
But
will
yeah.
consult no one.
Torn would speak to Solaris in private.
You know, I'll go to
So does
Hunter.
Yes, so my question. I didn't go into your mother. So everyone just wants to pseudo talk to their own people. Is that what I'm hearing?
No, I'd like to go
Yes,
to
before
Hunter.
making this very important decision.
Okay. You can talk to whoever you want, Tian. God dang. Oh yeah, I can
Nope.
put you in the middle of them because he's a 4x. He's a 4x4 and you're a 2x2. Yay!
2x2.
Invisible.
Oh, see ya.
Bye bye.
Just doing that to, yeah.
But yeah, I would say who wants to go.
I had a
first,
thought, brain kind of just ran off with the thought.
I mean, you can have us roll.
That's what I was gonna do. That's why I said that. That's why I said never mind, because I was just gonna put it up. Oh god dang it! I
Oh,
have to
you're
put it,
right.
like,
This is unfair for me.
I mean, it's only 3 people. What 3 people?
Never
4
mind. That's a
people.
good roll.
It is. You know what? I
It's
don't really
average.
need.
Never
I don't
mind.
really need- I don't really need them invisible. You guys just know that they're not here. That token layer. Jeez. Why is my mouse being so
All of you to assume you'd actually get to.
My mouse is really not letting me touch those tokens.
Also, it'd be difficult for Koba to roll initiative without being here.
Right. This
Mhm.
is why I'm thankful you brought me back.
That is also why I brought back. Yes. Math.
Oh, well, I guess I am still first.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just
I
a
don't
tiny
even
bit.
think Mosaic would notice.
Notice what?
Yeah, that's the point.
No, that's the joke. Perfect.
Perfect.
Mosaic's too busy looking at herself somehow.
Looking at the reflection of the lava. Magma? What is this here?
It's magma.
Okay.
Well, technically, some of it's still gold, but
Oh, right!
yeah, gleam.
I forgot about that.
Let me dragon Lords. Just so I have it. Why I read that wrong. I think I'm still in the mindset of Arc.
What?
I read initiative as imprint.
Oh. No, there are no dragons here we need to imprint on.
Not at all. Tien, you are first.
Yeah, I know. I was hoping I wasn't first. Ugh.
Well, that's too bad. Roll20 said you're first. I'm sorry to tell you this.
Hello, Hunter.
Oh yes, hello.
Everyone else is going places, so I thought I would go to someone too.
I kind of expected you'd go to your mother. I'm more shocked that you came to me instead.
Well, everyone else is taken, you didn't have someone, and I feel like you're a better person to talk to about this than Mama.
That makes me feel happy.
And we're Kieran bros now after that fight.
Yeah, we both nearly died from being slapped to death. I apologize.
I only took 14 damage. I wasn't that bad.
But she still nearly killed me with that one hit.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I knew she had a mean left hook, but Jesus Christ, that almost took my life.
So, you're young.
I am.
Do
I mean, I'm
you
older
happen
than
to
you.
know the past with Soloris and the great grandfather? That's not his name. Hang on.
Worm
I
father.
mean, he would be your grandfather, but yeah, worm,
the
great worm,
worm father.
the great father, the father of fathers.
The
There we
worm
go.
father.
The God dang it. Uh, not entirely.
You seemed
I
against
know.
bringing him back.
I'm not sure why. He always talked very prideful of him. At least all the times I've talked to him.
He had a scar.
Yeah, he said that his fire breath was hotter than it should have been, so he kind of detonated on himself. So the story doesn't make as much sense now that I'm saying it aloud, but
No, it's a weird looking scar for that to be it.
well, he said that he was attacked by a person, so like you're like in the middle of
What is it? Ken's the one that saw the tooth scars,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
Yeah. That's a big person with some large canines.
He said he was in the process of using his fire breath, and they used some sort of contraption that shot him.
Oh,
Got
like
him
a
right.
gun.
Yeah, but those don't exist yet.
Oh, like a trank dart.
Those don't exist.
A very
either.
powerful crossbow.
Oh, like
How about
a spear.
ballista? How about a ballista? A thing that actually exists then.
That thing.
Or I would say or a cannon, but I don't think that would leave a freaking knife scar
Probably
unless it
not.
explodes. It would leave a scar, but I don't think he'd have like most of his ribs.
No one ever expects the exploding cannonball.
That is a horrifying concept that I'm gonna not.
It doesn't
detonates
shoot
the-
cannonballs, it shoots bombs.
We have a lot of things. For example, a bomb.
So a mortar?
Pretty much.
Yeah. He said something. He kept mumbling that it was called like something dragon. Not really sure what it is.
Like the great one.
No. There you go, Kovu.
Yep, I immediately knew what you were talking about.
Hold on, real quick. I need to question why I just had something sprayed in my room.
Okay.
Don't question it. Accept it.
Sometimes you shouldn't. There could be some bad sprays out there. Man, this is a weird session.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. The person that I've been following has released another Slave the Spire subclass.
Mm.
Mm.
Oh,
My
Welcome back.
dad's like he walked in and sprayed something and said, "Haha, bug spray," and then closed my door. It's
Oh.
It's
sanitizer.
not. Oh,
It's like sanitizer.
that
or
most of
something.
the time you don't be in the room when they're spraying that shit.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was confused. The thing that sucks is I can't really say that this isn't the first time. Of course, it wasn't bug spray the last time, but still, I was just confused. Because if it is, I kind of need to leave my room. I like not suffocating.
Yeah. I believe it.
But yeah, Hunter's just like, that's as much as I know. He doesn't really tell me much of anything past when I got here.
So, would it be a bad thing to bring back the Great Worm, Father?
No, of course not. If anything, we'd probably be able to get a lot of our stuff done quicker. I mean, he's big. I mean, there was a legend. I doubt it's a legend at this point, but I heard that he basically killed a whole town in, like, over the course of a night.
I feel like any of you could do that.
Well, yeah, but he could do it in mere seconds.
That's not overnight.
Well, it's more a whole entire kingdom, not just the kingdom itself, but like every branching house and lordship and stuff.
But Mama always said that she could do that if she wanted.
Mosaic can hardly get out of bed, let alone have a child.
But I'm right here.
She didn't have you.
Oh, dang it, you're right.
Last time I checked, she just found you. I wouldn't be surprised if she murdered your parents.
No.
I know I probably shouldn't be saying stuff like that, but it's hard to not believe that that's what she did.
No, that can't be true. Mama's my parent.
She's as much as your parent as I am a dog, and I'm not.
But did you turn Benji into a dog?
I still don't know what happened to him. Yes, I turned him into a werewolf. Yes, I turned him into a... Still don't know why he's a dog. Also, he said hi.
Oh, tell him I said hi back.
Stockholm Syndrome now. He said that having the freedom to walk around has made him depressed, and now he doesn't know what else to do.
Oh, we can put him somewhere if that makes him feel better.
Oh no, he's on punishment now. He tried to bite me.
Oh.
He's in a hole.
Wait. If Benji bit him, would he turn into a dog?
Well, first he would have to bite through him, but technically, no, because he's already a werewolf. He already has canine traits. But if he were to bite some random human, they just turn into a dog.
Oh no. Feel
It's
my
just-
pain.
It's like, you know what? You keep bullying me. Now how do you feel? Now you can't see your wife and kids. Now you're a dog.
Joke's on you, I'm into that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my god.
I think that's about as much as Tien's gonna get with this conversation.
Most likely.
You're talking about someone gets bit, they just turn into a dog. All I can think of now is Shaggy Dog.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Indeed.
Yeah. I need to watch that again somehow.
Robert Downey Jr. was the bad guy.
It feels so weird him being a bad guy.
Does. Mamona, assuming you can hear me / be able to unmute yourself, because I don't know if you're still in the car.
I
Still
forgot
in the
that
car,
Danny Glover
yes.
was in that movie.
Do you have any questions about Soloris to your papa?
No.
Okay.
He does not like me. I do not like him.
You could at least
It-
get some dirt on him then.
I already have enough dirt. He's insecure about himself.
Technically, all of the dragons except for Tydelia
I love
are.
myself.
I was talking about the general.
Oh. But I have nothing to ask to Soloris because I do not like Soloris.
Your father.
Or question Soloris. At the moment, I'm trying to find a good sunning spot.
In a volcano still.
I know it's a nice heated rock.
Okay. But alright, Corn. You want to talk to Soloris?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, okay. Bye, Soloris. There you are. I zoomed out too much and then zoomed in, and it was zoomed in
Yeah, it did
adjacent.
the thing.
Yeah. But he kind of.
Why do you seem reluctant on this?
I'm not reluctant. Technically, having him awakened would solve just about all of our problems. He's just stern, more so than I am.
In what
No-
way?
Well, me not having my stuff done could end up getting me hurt again. He'd be softer on technically Tydelia since she's been dead for the, 2 years we were working. And Gleam is basically his favorite child since that other than Tydelia is his only actual birth children.
I see.
So he could do next to nothing and still be somehow complimented on something. And I can already tell I'm going to get in trouble somehow because everyone else didn't get their stuff done, or because I couldn't get my stuff done.
The red-scaled middle child.
I am not the middle child.
Is that not the treatment you would receive, though?
No, technically that's Mosaic. But now that I think about it, I do think out of his adopted children, he prefers Hunter, but I think that's just because he's still young. So he's trying to get into his good graces so that he listens to him, as he did for me in Mosaic. Now that I think about it, that's probably where Mosaic gets it from.
Thing. Do you think calling forth the Worm Father is the best choice?
Technically, I'm outvoted, so there is no other choice. Not only that, technically, I have to be very wary of what I say, because he can still hear us and he can see everything we're doing.
Oh, there he goes.
I see.
Not only that, there's nothing stopping him from just getting upset that I decide to convince everyone not to wake him up and he just wakes up out of spite. He's done it once before.
Then the artifacts would not be necessary.
He'd only have enough energy to do but so much. He's been asleep a lot longer than he was last time. So technically he wouldn't be able to do most of what he would normally want to without them.
I see. I will keep that in mind. When I called you over here, the others went to speak with their own guardians.
Sure.
I assume.
I
Sure.
wonder if, well, most of us anyway, I wonder if they are coming to similar conclusions.
It's very likely.
I
He's
suppose
not.
we can only wait and see then.
Indeed. He's not inherently bad. Not as much as my lovely scars that I've been adorned with would tell you. I still can't actually remember what happened to cause me to get these, though.
Wait, doesn't even know.
So now that I'm closer, can I try and take a closer look to see if I can notice anything in particular about the scarring?
The scarring. You know what? Give me another perception or insight, whichever one you think is higher. And you'll have advantage since you're. Oh, I'm glad I said that.
Good thing you
Just
said
roll
advantage like a split second before.
There
Good
we
thing
go.
you said it.
Advantage is always the thing that gets people out of bed at night and at day. As you are looking at his scars up closer, you can definitely see that, though yes, most of it looks like burn marks, they don't look like they're only fire-based burn marks. In some places you can see underneath the healed scales, there's like this weird stone-like substance. Can you roll me a history?
Come on, you
Wait.
can get another net 20.
Potentially. That still passes it. Something that you, Misty, do not sneeze on me, please. I heard her sniffling and she was looking directly at me. Something that you vaguely have a memory of is Soloris explaining to you how powerful dragon elements can be if used all at once. Even having heard a story about the big five-headed dragon herself using all her elements at once on one target, and the blast was so powerful that it turned them to stone because their body could not handle the different amounts of draconic energy that was being basically aimed at them.
Hmm.
With your nat 20, this leads you to believe that Soloris technically should have been dead from whatever hit him because he was hit with every known dragon element at once.
Commander, your
Yeah.
scales show sign of draconic petrification.
I have noticed that. Kind of hard not to.
By all rights, you should not be alive.
So I've been told. I've asked the others what they remember, but they only tell me but so much.
Is the Worm Father capable of using all of the draconic elements?
Oh, this is something at least one of you actually know.
He's
Yes,
the one who's
actually.
talking.
No, it's well, yeah, him. I mean, more the only player who actually asked was Joey.
Ah,
He asked out of curiosity. He had brought it up because his heads can use a different element, and he admitted that he could. As far as I know, yes, he's managed to figure out how to use all of them.
And with my nat 20, was that also able to let me notice the bite scars?
Yes. You notice everything about this man.
You show signs of puncture wounds, as if caused by large.
Yes.
Do you remember the cause of it? Or is that also lost to your memory?
That's also lost. If anything, though I can handle it well enough, the act of trying to remember it seems to actually hurt. As if it's happening right now. Like, I'm
Should I keep my hypothesis to myself then?
No. The pain's only a mental thing. It's not actually. I doubt it's actually killing me. I think it's just my mind trying to remember.
With
That would
the
really
evidence
suck. The moment
seen.
you tell him he turns to stone.
It's just like, wait,
Oh,
are
that
you
would suck so bad. I'm trying to make sure that I would be able to piece things enough for us to come to our group consent, well, not group, but come to the consensus of
whether you
he
should
was
or
in the Worm Father's mouth.
hmm
I'm trying to make sure I do that so I'm not metagaming that.
Oh no, I get you. I can assure you he won't turn to stone if you ask.
Between the scarring, the bite marks, and the scales. Perhaps you were within the Worm Father's mouth.
Potentially. I mean,
It would explain why your head does not show the same scarring and improper healing of the scale.
that is true. But I don't actually remember myself being any other color, so it's also hard for me to remember when this
I would
happened.
assume you might match the gold of your head.
Maybe.
A great golden wyvern. What could you have done to rile the Worm Father so thoroughly, though?
I need to roll something. Kovu, you said just the right word, ironically. Or phrase, I
What?
said.
Great Golden Wyvern, or what did you do to rile him?
You saying Great Golden Wyvern was the exact words I needed.
Well, I mean, with his gold scales, it absolutely feels like that would be a title that he would have.
Well, think about this. What does his name mean?
The sun.
Was he literally the Wyvern of the Sun?
Bingo.
Yeah.
Where are my dice? Bulbasaur.
I'm sorry, did the Worm Father try to devour the sun?
Ah,
Oh, so he's
I
he's
see.
a
We have learned the
lion.
Worm Father's true name.
Oh my
I
god.
have learned the Worm Father's true name. 'Tis
I mean,
Apep all along.
God.
Please tell me we're not actually right about that.
No, not at all.
Oh,
Okay,
am I
good.
right?
Slowpoke, you were hiding my dice from me, you monster.
That would have been weird to have figured that out.
I've done
if
that
we had been
before.
right.
It always leads back to Apep with Joey.
It always leads to that. You're close, but that's not it.
Close but no cigar.
So not actually Apep.
My finger. That's not a D20. There's a
Bora Bora.
D20.
God damn it.
If Jinx. Oh, yep, he got it.
What?
I had to roll a certain number, and he rolled exactly the number he
Oh.
needed. He got advantage plus another D20.
Wow.
Ah, so we got Elven accuracy.
Yeah, but it was simply because of the title, because, well, I'll just say it. Soloris, as soon as you refer to him as the Great
Soloris.
Golden Wyvern, yeah, yes.
Soloris
is the one-
talked to him to be the Great Golden Wyvern?
No! It's more
Lord,
hearing
please.
He
Wrong.
called Corn Soloris.
God dang it. Misty, stop spinning in a circle. But as you refer to him as this corn, surprisingly, you see a random tear go down his eye impromptu, and he seemed to be more shocked that it happened, as if he hasn't done that in a while. Or physically could, maybe. He could have had those destroyed.
Tear ducts were burnt years ago.
Well,
I
no,
lost
his
that-
head is the only thing that's not burnt.
Well, it could have been cooked from the inside.
Right.
You don't know what that cooked did on the heat on the inside.
Fried. Kentucky Fried tear ducts, my favorite.
Oof.
Kentucky Fried Tear ducts.
Don't need to season them; they already have the salt.
My only other concern is that the Worm
Yeah,
Father is the Zhulong, the celestial dragon that eats the sun.
Guys, how spiritual do you think I am?
All of it.
It would not surprise me if you unintentionally went on a mythology deep dive.
Well, the thing is, all those things I already knew of beforehand. I wouldn't have to go deep dive. However, I don't blame you guys for thinking of that, because, again, you're
Hey,
close.
mythology is one of those things that you can rabbit hole very easily.
Yeah.
No, very much so.
Yes, have you ever heard of Roz Butler?
No, but there's a story behind that question.
Well, I couldn't find much about it, but just Ra has an impeccable butler in mythology.
Huh. So you said that he sheds a tear at the title of Great Golden Wyvern?
Yes.
Commander, are you alright?
I don't know. Something just felt off until now.
As in, something no longer feels off, or you are now aware that something feels off?
I've always felt wrong, but now I think I'm remembering a few things that I'm having memories that I don't think are mine, but they feel like they couldn't be anyone else but mine.
I see. So the great golden wyvern representing the sun. Would the worm father have any reason to have prejudice towards wyverns?
No. Not at
It's an
all.
important thing for me to ask about that, considering I, myself,
They are
am technically a wyvern. I am technically a leviathan, but I am still also technically a wyvern.
You count as both because of like circumstantial stuff. So
Right.
yes,
A
Mechanically,
wyvern?
I chose leviathan, but
no wyvern then.
physiology.
Leviathan.
Leviathan.
I like Leviathan.
It does sound
It
nice.
flows a bit better.
It flows like water on the wings.
Like a Leviathan.
Like a Leviathan. But he's just, in response to your question, he's just like, as far as I know, no. If anything that's remotely dragon, he cares for.
Then it might be something on a more personal level.
I'm unsure.
Either who you are or what you are.
Did I just accidentally come to a realization?
Do what?
No, hold on. I'll just message it to Taz instead of saying it in session.
Okay.
I might have accidentally made myself come to a realization.
Potentially. Regardless of circumstance, I know one thing for sure. We can't really stop him from reawakening.
True. But we can determine to what extent his strength returns.
Yes. It is hard to stop someone, especially when they're always around. Whether he's awake or not, he's conscious. Every little thing everyone has done, everything you think that you've hidden from the others, he can see.
The Worm Father did give that impression during the vision. It felt like he saw all.
Yes. We should be getting back to the others, though.
Indeed, we both have much to consider.
Yes.
And that's all I have to talk to Slarth about.
That just leaves Severus. I have to get out of the way. God dang it. I have no clue that my voice was going in that direction, and the fact that I screeched did not help. But Severus.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Would you like to talk to your mom about? Well, I know, but what do you say?
So the Lowers have a bad experience with the Great Worm, Father.
The moment you ask that question, Tidelia's face kind of drops, and she looks away. Not inherently. I don't really know how to answer that question properly.
Because he didn't seem too excited about this. and we think he may have been hurt pretty bad, and we think we might know how it happened.
Father did hurt him. Badly. Well, badly is an understatement, to say the least. Technically, he was dead for 10 years.
Oh.
It-
Oh.
He lost a lot of his life because of the attack. I think it was prompted. I can't fully remember what he did, but it was a punishment. That's all our father would tell us. Well, that and telling us that he's fine. As far as everyone else knew, he was recovering. Being curious, I wanted to check on him. He might not be my sibling by blood, but he's still my sibling. I only vaguely remember it. Parts of it kind of leave me, but he was made of stone. It was almost like when Gleam or if Momona ever turned anything to gold right around you. It was like that, but different.
Goldware?
Momona sneezes.
Momona sneezes. Go.
I smell profit!
There's a reptiles can't sneeze. Momona sneezes. At least I don't think they can
It-
sneeze.
They can sneeze.
That's rather
Say,
hope
I
for later.
smell profit. Are we turning into people on the go to booyah?
Do
But it
you
was
know
different
exactly
somehow.
what how it happened to him?
Father was very cautious around me. I never really saw him do any sort of punishments towards any of my siblings if they did anything wrong, but I heard it, if that means anything. I'd rather not remember it, though. I think the only one who's actually seen it was technically Gleam. Hunter saw it too, but he was a child then. He refuses to remember it. Which, I mean, I don't blame him.
So should we not say what we think happened?
Well, I wouldn't be able to confirm nor deny it because I didn't see it. I don't even know if Dolores can remember. He asked us about it, and the only one who refused to say anything was Gleam.
Based on the scars on his neck are, we think he was in the worm father's mouth, and he got cooked.
I mean, I feel like that might have been the case. I could still hear Dolores, but
That's why his head is a different color from the rest of him.
yes. When I mentioned it to Father, he just said that he fell in lava. We were young at the time, so technically we couldn't stand on it or in it. So I just didn't really think anything of it.
So, is it gonna be a problem for Solaris if he comes back?
I doubt it. Soloris from at least all the updates I've been getting, it was a decent enough leader, but as long as he doesn't do anything stupid, I'm sure he'll be fine.
But we don't know what he did to get that to happen to him. How do we know what won't set him off again?
It's just best to behave. That's all that matters.
Okay.
I'm sure everything will be fine, and if something does happen, it will be handled accordingly. It was a one-time thing. Whatever he did must have been bad enough to warrant such a punishment like that. Everything happens for a reason.
I'm gonna insight that. I think I love her, but I think she's trying to not have me worry.
Yeah, that is what she's doing, but go ahead and insight.
16.
Oh yeah, you can definitely tell that she knows a lot more than she's letting on.
Okay. I'm not gonna push it because I don't want to, but something's up. But I don't want to. I don't want to push it.
You don't want to
I
question
don't
your
wanna
mother.
So something had to have happened that she knows more about why whatever he did could have caused it. And Gleam is the only Gleam is the only one
or saw it.
who saw it that was old enough to remember it.
So they say.
So they say yes.
So they say. Now my mind is thinking, was he using, so for whatever Solaris did, was he using it as an example to Gleam of what would happen if Gleam continued, if Gleam did something?
It's very likely.
Because Gleam is the only one who has a human relation.
Yep.
And was this like a punishment to make like, I don't know, whatever Solaris did, or if Solaris
anything.
or maybe the reason why Solaris subconsciously, like, because he always shits on Gleam and like goes out of his way to fuck with him. Everyone does, but Solaris does a little bit more.
He's a lot more aggressive about it. Yeah.
Maybe Solaris took the fall for Gleam, and because of that, because of whatever Solaris did, because of whatever Gleam did, Solaris took it for Gleam so he could keep his, because he's been married to his wife for how long?
Say it again.
How long has Gleam been with his wife?
Momona, how old are you? I'm kidding. Technically, he was with her.
I am old.
You're
We're
not that old.
children.
I have such bad arthritis, I can't even fly.
For
At the time, they were together for 15 to 20 years. At this point, he refuses to be remotely near any sort of human being now.
what was that last bit?
He was with her for 15 to 20 years. After Momona hatched, basically stopped interacting with them altogether.
Okay, and
Momona now is like, just like all of you, basically 20-something in dragon years.
And it was 10, and Solaris was dead for 10 years?
Yes. It does match up. It does match up with what I am potentially hearing what you are cooking.
But what I'm cooking.
What I'm cooking.
They're smelling what you're putting down.
Indeed.
That's not the phrase.
Okay.
Jeez.
Well, if Tydelia is looking at them, they can see that something's going on in their heads.
You got them gears.
The gears are
Something.
turning, and they think they know what happened.
God dang it.
What?
I clicked on the wrong button and it kicked me off of Roll20.
Oh no.
Oh no, DM.
It's fine, I can jump back on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Okay, I think.
It's something that I feel like you shouldn't worry about. Any of you, really. It's not really something you should have to worry about.
On a hypothetical note,
Oh no, not the hypotheticals. You always get me with those.
how would he react if say we were to have a human friend?
Well,
That's a good hypothetical.
hypothetically, this is a good hypothetical. Well, hypothetically, is it human, or is it elf, maybe?
Human. Well, either or.
Oh, okay. Hypothetically,
Hypothetically, either or, because technically we have both.
I mean,
both.
we also have whatever that egg hunter was. I can't remember what she was.
She's a kitsune.
Well, that I feel like that falls outside of humanoid.
Yeah, she's a kitsune. She only has a humanoid form.
Fair
She's
enough.
not inherently one
Does
or
she
the
fall
other.
under Fae?
Yes.
Yeah, so she's fine. She's fine.
Okay. However.
However.
Hypothetically.
You guys are still young, so he probably just let you off with a very stern warning. Hypothetically, of course.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like you have relations with them, hypothetical relations with them.
Yeah, okay. Yep. I figured out what happened, guys. Oh, Solaris, you brave boy sticking up for Gleam.
What a good brother.
Oh, what a good man.
What a good boy. Oh, Gleam, you owe a debt, boy.
It doesn't explain why not hypothetically. God dang it. Why it makes sense why Solaris unconsciously is mean to Gleam, despite how caring he is towards him. Supposedly, he can't remember what happened. He just remembers that he's upset with him for something.
Mm-hmm. Like he probably associates Gleam with the pain, but he doesn't remember why he took the pain.
Mm-hmm.
Hypothetically speaking.
Yep. So as long as we don't cross that line, we're good.
Yeah, but how close that line can we get?
As long as we don't have a child.
Do not F the humans.
But are you sure that's the line?
No.
I'm not. Hey! I'm not complaining.
I'm pretty sure that is probably the line that caused whatever happened to happen. But I don't think he'd be happy as if we can come up with an excuse why we have her, which we do. It's because we're having her run the village that Hunter took over, so it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
That is the excuse.
You guys have an explanation for the human because she is being used.
She's being used, and she very much holds dragons in a high esteem.
That is
true.
So it's more like she's a servant. If we phrase it that way, it should be fine.
Which is true.
So as long as we don't have the relationship go any further, it should be fine.
It should be reasonably fine. I
But
don't know.
I think Tydelia might realize that Severus figured out what happened.
Only
Yeah,
hypothetically, though.
Only hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
She does look kind of upset. Because on one hand, she's trying to protect her child, but on the other hand, she knows she physically can't stop you from finding out.
Mm-hmm.
She just wants to protect you to the best of her abilities, because she knows what could happen. And
Yeah,
she knows
that's why we're being smart, not directly saying these things.
precisely.
Sure.
We're being three-headed brained.
Yes.
sounds-
yes. Okay. I think we got so as long as we don't do that and oh god, wait. Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Does the Allfather
It's the Allfather.
I was gonna say the Allfather. Does hypothetically speaking, is the Wormfather aware of Momona's siblings?
He's aware of everything.
He's aware of all. He's all seeing.
However, didn't that happen after he was sleeping?
Mm-hmm.
So he hasn't had a chance to act on it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mona's siblings, however, are because Gleam mentioned that they're with their mother. He didn't mention what their mother was, but it is a dragon.
Oh, okay. They're half siblings.
Yeah, that's why he's not worried.
Oh.
If he were
Sweet.
worried,
Thank you. Oh God, I was scared.
I knew what you were worried about.
you should be
Oh,
worried about another situation. Don't you worry.
what other
But-
situation?
Worry about it.
Who? No one else has this.
I know you told me. I know I just told you to worry about it, but don't worry about it. Alright,
Oh wait,
Dexter.
are you talking about? Oh, wait, no, wait. He's not. He wouldn't hurt the baby, right? He wouldn't hurt Landon.
I don't know what you're referring to.
Is
there
Tiny
any-
Matt.
I know who you're referring to. I said I don't know what you're referring to.
They're being coy.
Does Tydelia know about Tiny Matt?
Does anyone else have any questions for their parents?
Yeah. Wait. Does Tydelia know about Tiny Matt?
I think Severus has another question for their parent.
Yes, Tydelia knows about Tiny Mott. Tiny Mott's actually under her arm right now.
Aw.
Oh, thank God! You had me scared.
Have they
Oh,
grown?
no, Tiny Mott's perfectly fine. Benji brought her like not too long ago.
Thank God. Thank God I was scared because the Griffin head had me worried.
The Griffin head had me worried.
Like,
No,
I love him, but I didn't know if God forbid, it's Griffin. I don't know. The other heads were mad at the Griffin for whatever reason.
No, Tiny Mott / Landon's perfectly fine right now. They're just chilling. I
Okay,
just
so
don't
the
have-
only other problem might be, I don't think the Kitsune would be a problem because she's helping us figure out the egg thing.
Yeah. Which we
But then
also
there's the-
technically know we know the cause, we just haven't addressed it.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't know if that's going to be in it, but she's trying to fix that solution, right? She's.
Who?
It's been so long, I don't remember exactly what happened.
With
From the last time you guys had talked to her, she did mention that she is going to see if she can do anything about why dragon eggs are hatching other creatures other than dragons. You guys also, thanks to TN / Skylar,
Hi.
found out who the person doing it was.
Yes.
The person with the unicorns.
Yes. That's what I was trying to think. I don't remember what came out of that. Besides, we know she's.
Well, we
doing
didn't
it,
really
but-
get to go back and talk because that was the whole thing we were gonna do.
Uh-huh.
So that's up in the air.
It's
Okay.
currently up in the air.
All right, so I don't think anyone should get in trouble for
Man, it's probably a
anything.
bad idea for that to go on for 10 years.
She's just been chilling.
I'm gonna assume we took care of that at some point before.
We just say, yeah, we'll come back, we'll talk 10 years pass.
Well,
I'm gonna
time works funny for dragons.
Oh, I
They
know.
got very long lifespans. It's like the
I'll be
Frieren thing. 10 years
Yeah.
is a very short time.
For her.
I'll be right back. You come
Okay.
back and you're at their grave. Oh, hey. So,
No, Himmel.
Basically. All right. I think that's good. I think everything will be. I'm gonna hope everything will be okay.
Alright, because I have a cutscene.
Okay. Should we go back to our squares?
Should we not be in the
It's
lava magma gold?
I'm gonna change the map. It's fine.
Oh.
Doesn't
okay.
matter. I
Well,
have
we're
land
out of
in
it
my
now.
palette. I can't believe you guys done this.
Well, I mean, technically, we
It's-
haven't said we'll do it yet.
I'm joking.
Figured it out, guys.
We just figured out what happened. We haven't said we're gonna awaken him.
Yeah, you never said or were planning to do it right here now. However, there is an earthquake.
However, we don't get that luxury because he's waking up.
You don't get that luxury. Remember,
Wait,
I did say.
Oh no, I remember why.
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
Hypothetically.
No, guys, we're fucked for a different reason.
God dang it. I was doing good today. I'll be right back. I gotta use the stupid bathroom.
Oh.
Okay. No. We're screwed for a completely other reason. I remember. Tess told us this was coming.
Yeah? Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, what? What? It can't be that bad. Huh?
You remember?
I'm pretty sure I do.
Okay. This. Oh God.
Oh boy, I hope we don't get into a fight.
I don't think we're getting into a fight. It's almost 9.
I know.
God damn. I put on my detective cap.
Yep, I handed it over to you for a bit.
What I did is probably unhealthy, but I'll be fine.
I didn't realize the detective hat actually had powers. The moment I give it to you, you just figure it all out.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think Joey never not has a detective hat.
Yeah, but it works for
It's
me in
just-
this game for some reason.
I mean, it does. Because it's either Joey has the detective hat on, and if he can't figure out something, it means that he's wearing it backwards by accident, but you can't tell because a detective hat doesn't look different from behind.
Oh, you're right. He is the hat.
So you're wearing Joey anytime you're being a detective?
I mean, we share brain cells. Or brain cell.
I was about to say, what do you mean plural?
Oh
But-
God.
Back to the cutscene.
Oh no, I know what's coming. I remember that. No. I was wondering when this was going to happen.
Oh yeah. You feel the earth beneath you begin to quake. Quite a lot, actually. The molten gold and lava start to kind of shift around, even pluming upwards, so much so that some of the generals actually start moving closer to you guys to keep it from splashing onto you.
Mm-hmm.
And as everyone kind of looks around trying to figure out what's going on, one dragon seems to have a solemn face already knowing what's happening. And that is specifically Gleam. He doesn't seem fearful. He seems more content, as if knowing, like, whatever's happening next, he's either seen it or knows what's coming from it. And currently, on the giant mountain peak you guys are on, the cave that you're in isn't the absolute top of the mountain. It is technically midway down the mountain. However, you also find something else out about the cave. For example, it's not a cave at all. And the mountain didn't have a peak. It was flat. as the ceiling starts to crumble around all of you. Piece by piece, you find that the roof slowly stops being a roof and you start to see details. A tooth, a claw, a scale. Eventually, you can see that there's, like, basically around you, it's just an open expanse of a flat plane. Whatever has been on this, whatever was the mountain's peak, was a living thing that's been sitting there long enough for the earth around it to slowly grow another ecosystem. As creatures are quickly running down what's left of the land, birds are flying away. Small creatures that are able to climb down fast enough start to run down. The more larger creatures, like the occasional goat, or mountain goat rather, even a few predatory creatures like mountain lions and leopards, just kind of fall to their deaths as they can't possibly be quick enough to outrun the ground cracking beneath them. Can everyone roll me a con save?
No.
I'm headed in traffic. Can someone do it for me?
Don't worry, I got it.
That is not
I
why
got
I said no, but it works.
I got you.
Hey, hopefully.
Just maybe. Con save for Mona. No.
Oh, no.
I don't know if Corn's here.
Is Kobu here? He's mute.
He is mute.
He's also been quiet for quite a while.
I'll just roll it for him.
You know, worst case, if 16 is not enough, could I use that inspiration I've still got to make it the nat 20?
I'll let you know. I just wanted to make sure everyone rolls first.
Yeah.
19. Okay.
Oh, that's pretty good.
So 17, 16.
8 or 6 if they're not blessed.
I don't think they're blessed. So I'm just.
I don't know where the bless would be from.
Oh no, it's from the or thing, which doesn't have any effect right now. So it would. So no, they don't have that. It would be just the 6. And 19. No.
No,
Yeah.
what?
I was checking the rolling.
You just say no.
I was like, it was more because I thought at least one would be passed.
Oh.
Who would want to use their thingy if they have one? Should I say?
What's
Like, obviously can't.
What
The
is?
thing you have to use if you failed. I
No,
forgot
no,
what.
did none
Oh,
of us make this thing?
inspiration?
Inspiration, yeah. No, none of you passed.
Oh no. Not even the 19.
Not even the 19.
Oh, darn.
Well, I will. I don't know what else I would use it for.
The reason I'm asking, well, the reason I'm asking is because you failed. But technically, if you have an inspiration, instead of making you roll it, technically you need at least a 20 to pass. So if you decide to use yours, I just use your nat 20.
Do I have an inspiration?
I
did
think
I
you
use it?
used it when you were talking to your mother.
I don't think I used it when I was doing that.
I remember you mentioning it. I'm not sure if you actually used it.
My note, my mental note that I'm remembering, and my other note says that it was mentioned, but it wasn't used, I don't think.
Okay.
Alright, then I'll use it here.
And we don't know about
I don't.
corn.
We don't know about corn. Mona, do you have an inspiration point?
Someone used theirs.
I know I got a D4.
Your D4 would not be enough. You need 20 to pass, and you got a 6.
Oh, I do not think I have an inspiration die. It would be clicked off on my sheet.
Alrighty. As far as I saw, I didn't see one. I'll check
No.
again though, just in case.
Then I do not have
No.
one.
Alrighty. So, for simplicity's sake, at least 2 of you fail.
And one of them's not even here to defend themselves.
Well, maybe they should have been here.
Unless Kobu, are you here? If you are mute. Wake the hell up!
It only determines like a small thing. It's not.
It only determines whether the character's liver dies.
Congratulations, you didn't even live long enough to see them. But I'm going to continue on regardless. The con save that 2 of you passed. As basically the rest of the mountain's peak crumbles off of this behemoth of a creature, it bellows out a roar. Almost one by one, except for 2 specific dragons. All the generals kind of crumple onto the ground from just the sheer power of the roar before the sound is even heard. The only ones that don't are still wincing. And surprisingly, out of the youngins, Tien and Severus, you managed to keep a better hold of yourself. Not instantly collapsing to the ground, but of course not also being engulfed in fear. If it weren't for the fact that the other generals are both in the way of the only exit, as well as most of them are relatively making sure that you guys are being protected from things falling down around you, the 2 of you that failed would have instinctively ran away. But as this roar sounds out and finally ends, the behemoth's body starts to sort of crackle with electrical energy. Smoke starts to sort of appear around it, and it bellows out a single breath weapon aimed directly up at the sky. The breath weapon being so powerful, in fact, that the clouds around it don't understand what they're supposed to do and start immediately kicking up different storms, gale force winds of hurricanes, a bunch of lightning strikes and thunder from just about all around, even rain that slowly shifts into acid rain as the sheer power makes the world itself confused before the world calms down slightly, the storm slowly moving outward away from, well, the giant circle of where you guys are. All of you have seen pieces of this behemoth before. You've seen its scales, its claws, its face, but something just was off about this new one. The one you saw looked regal. It looked like it was well aged, battle hardened, but never truly wounded. The one that you see is covered in scars all over. It looks like its face was nearly torn off in whatever battle it was in. And its eyes, somehow, no matter how much you try to remember it, the color that its eye is just isn't the same. And thus, the great worm has awoken.
You become
Oh.
a Draco Lich.
For a half a second, I thought I was on the wrong map. I was like, let me make sure it's the right one.
Clamamortis!
Clamamortis. Dang, I don't know if any of you guys know Latin. Doesn't matter
I
though.
do.
Do you know?
Mortis means death.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yes. I can say his whole title.
Okay.
Caller of Death.
Oh,
I just didn't put the space in.
his eye and exposed bone is very much giving me Dracolich vibes.
A bit.
Yeah. Good spotting sport.
You got it.
Okay.
I almost said something stupid, but I'm gonna say it anyway because it's funny. I was gonna say hello to Papa.
Say hello to my little friend.
He is not little. That is not the pinnacle of little.
And what is he doing now that he is awoken?
He's currently stretching and kind of just taking in everything. It is also currently nighttime. It was 12 in the afternoon.
Oh, phew, it's nighttime.
It was 12 in the
great.
afternoon when you guys went in the cave. It's only been 5 minutes.
Oh man, time sure flies.
Oh,
His
great.
sheer energy-
Great.
his
Okay,
cloud
so he's
block-
showing off them APEP abilities.
uh,
Bringing it up.
So are the adults freaking out?
Yeah.
oh great.
Mosaic is actually hiding behind Idelia. Hunter is hiding behind Gleam. Soloris is still on the ground. It's likely that he might be unconscious. Just maybe.
Oh.
Just maybe. Oh, hold on. I forgot one.
Is Solaris like farther away from all of us?
Not inherently. It's more he is in front, but not that far in front. God dang it.
We just slowly just pull him back towards the.
There we go.
Just slowly
Tiny Mop's
pull-
also
Just a
hiding,
little
but
bit.
is hiding behind him.
Oh.
There we go.
Good.
Much better. God
This is
damn.
definitely not right.
Well, either that
Easy.
or what we know isn't right and this is the truth.
The truth will set you free, or set you on fire.
The truth is gonna kill us.
Set your heart ablaze, because I sure will.
Or something got to him and turned him into a Dracolich.
Maybe.
Spell
maybe.
person, figure it out.
I am very scared to even poke that thing with a stick. I don't want to. I am very scared to do anything.
You shouldn't be intimidated. This is just. I think I've been hanging around all of you too much. There's
Fear?
incidents of all-
What's fear?
No, it's
Fuck.
more. It's more. It's just like it's just daddy. It's just daddy dragon worm.
It's just daddy.
Daddy.
Well, if anything, it's Grandpappy.
He's
Yeah.
Grandpappy Great Worm. He's finally up from his nap.
Because I'm getting the very much strong vibe that either some foreign thing corrupted him or something like that happened. I don't know. Because this is not what I thought was going to happen.
No.
Unless that's still coming.
As he finishes his little stretching and his little bit of showboating, he looks down at all of you. And he kind of looks like he has a forever smile, but his smile looks more genuine as his eye, like one of his eyes, the other one's kind of just has no eyelids. Like you can see a sort of lifting of spirits as he gives a genuine smile towards all of
Okay.
you.
Okay, that's good. It's not a
He's not
death
malicious
smile.
yet.
Okay.
Not here yet. And he looks at all of you. Yeah.
He hasn't lost himself in undeath yet.
That's assuming he's dead.
I don't know. I'm getting very strong undead vibes.
What gives it away?
It could just be like. Because the thing is, it's only his face where the bone's showing.
And his
Yeah,
neck.
but it could be very recent. Well, that might be a tooth, not a bone.
A tooth? That's
right
awfully
here.
close to his eye.
Right here.
This one.
Oh, yeah, that is a tooth.
Okay.
I mean, this is also a tooth that is very close to his eye.
Yeah, but that one's in his mouth.
In his mouth.
I
That
don't-
one's actually wrong. That's the one I thought you were. I thought you were talking about the whole face. I was like, I'm sorry.
I said the
No.
bone in his neck.
No, that's
Yeah.
a tooth.
It's also very likely he could have that same sort of syndrome that boars have, where their tusks just grow wherever they want.
Oh yeah, and they can literally die by having their tusk go into their brain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It happens to sheep and bulls too.
it does. Whoa, where'd the wisdom save come from?
Oh, I did that earlier.
Okay. I was so confused because I looked and like, ah, not 20.
That's
Wait,
why I said
he's
fear.
smiling
What is
at us.
fear?
fair enough.
So he's smiling at us. All right.
He just gives a soft, well, good morning to you too. Didn't mean to scare you, but it does appear that most of you are quite frightened. And he chuckles.
No, not really.
I can tell. I can't say the same for your dear mother, though.
No, she's fine.
From this perspective, I almost mistook her from just a simple snake.
Ooh.
My mother wouldn't fear anything. And I
Oh,
would not
but
turn
she-
around to see it.
I will not turn around and see it.
Shade. Oh wait. Oh, maybe you got turned into the Shadowfell dragon.
Very likely as well. I
Oh,
can't
oh
be
God, mixing.
mix and match.
No.
But I can't be too upset with her. She's done one thing right. So I must be a little proud of my dear youngest daughter. Of course, the other one, I feel horrible of what happened as he looks to Tydelia. But it's good that that has been undone. And Hunter, you look like you've gotten much bigger since the last time I physically saw you. Who's the closest to Hunter? You know what? Stuff it. I don't care. Everyone can see that though Hunter is trying to stand up tall, like he's quite quaking in his boots. His back legs are shaking as he's like trying to keep himself up, and he just nods. And still the little fearful wolf pup that I found nearly dead, but I can definitely tell that you have grown a bit. And then, of course, my two eldest sons. It is a joy to see that you two are alive. That is all I have to say about you two. You've done nothing. You've done nothing of note. Well, I can't say that. Your children are lovely, Glee. The right ones, should I say. It's good that you've come to your senses over these years. Glebe does not say anything, and Soloris is up again, but still not talking, has not even actually moved.
I think you're right.
I think you are right.
I know. I can hear that silent disappointment
Yeah.
in both of them. I could hear it. My two oldest sons. You're alive.
Period.
Period.
Basically.
Dot dot dot. I don't need to say more.
Mm-hmm.
But he finally actually, like, directly looks at Soloris, and you can almost see Soloris fall, as if, not as if he's like fearful so much so that he feels the need to. It almost looks like he was forced to do so, nearly.
Like a just like
Almost like the
like
spell.
like the spell.
Almost like it.
More like just like intense, like he just kind of focused on him with like intense pressure.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, you don't want to hear my loud sniff, but when I do the tiny, quietest little sniff, that's what you hear, Discord.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
But he
I know
looks
that
at
pain.
Dolores. Oh, yeah. And he kind of stands up straight. I do have something to say to you, though. I do apologize for the memories that you will be receiving.
Oh no.
Oh no.
He's
The
not sorry.
punishment. He's not sorry. The punishment was deserved, but not meant for you.
I think
Because
you're
I've
right.
come to find that even I can be misguided. And he kind of side-eyes Gleam, who looks terrified now.
Oh no.
I was never
Oh,
misguided. I
But-
did good.
But, and he clasps his hands, that is not why I decided to wake up so early. As soon as he says, like, his last little sentence, Soloris almost collapses, getting most, if not all, of the memory of what happened to him back, and he is hysterically sobbing. But my early awakening was not meant to punish my son who actually did something wrong. I do want to thank you youngins, though, because I realized that I've had a little error in judgment, and it caused me to act improper and unfair. So I thank you for helping me realize that. But there is another issue. There's another issue that I would like to bring up. If you don't mind it, of course.
I think you're allowed to speak.
Oh, I know. I'm aware of what I can and can't do. I just want to be polite.
Yeah.
We're just waiting to see what happens.
You hear little, like, silent cries in the background.
Yeah. It's all the different heads.
Yeah, it's just like all of them stammering and crap.
There's a short circuit. One line's the circuits are getting confused which line to send which thoughts to. We're short circuiting.
What? One strand of thoughts is going to Russ, and Russ like, I don't think like that, but I should.
Yeah, basically. No, all of Sev's more timid thoughts are getting fed to everybody else.
Yeah. So, I have found that there is a small issue. Of course, it's a simple solution. But let me tell you a short little story about two beasts who decided to make a deal that so long as one of them was alive, the other one could live as well, being reincarnated at will. After making this deal, so long as at least one of them is alive, the other one could live as well. One day, one of them died horrifically, being killed by the things that they once thought were their property. How wrong they were. How wrong she was. She managed to escape, of course. Lucky her. But the other, the brother, he was not so lucky. He made a slight error in judgment, which caused him his life. A mightier beast than him managed to kill him so aggressively that his very blood didn't even manage to hit the ground before he died. Hell, the rest of his body was not meant to be found with how savagely they were ripped apart. Of course, the sister was desperately trying to keep herself alive so that her brother could be resurrected, but the moment she thought she was safe, her believed property came back, hungry, starving. She was eaten alive before she could even attempt to keep her dear brother alive. They were dead for a while, as they should have been. They should have stayed that way, but seems like the brother managed to get into the minds of others and was brought back. The moment he was alive again, the first thing he did, the first thought he had, was to resurrect his dear sibling, and he did. And now the false queen decides to show herself again, and her property, well, I can't really say that, as she owns nothing. Her crown hasn't even grown in. But I shouldn't just keep talking about someone when they're right in front of me. Now should I?
He's talking about Tiny Mod, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
He's talking about Tiny Mott.
My baby, no.
Tiny Mott has been hiding behind you from the moment that the earthquakes happened. And currently, Landon, I keep saying Tiny Mott because that's what I remember.
It's also what's written.
It is written. I changed it to Landon. Like on their sheet it says Landon, but their token doesn't want to update. But they look terrified. And they're doing everything to try to leave, but they physically can't. And thus is the problem. Someone's trying to reclaim a crown that no longer belongs to them, and that's not too good. Not for us. But there is an easy solve. Well, I only said half the problem, should I say. Tiamat's dear brother is currently trying to wipe us out. How annoying. Believe it or not, that brother is Bahamut. The lovely chap that was so pompous enough to believe that he can try to talk to me while I sleep. He is the real reason I decided to wake up. I was going to be nice and let myself rest. But frankly, I don't like being forcibly woken up. And currently, no matter what we do, Bahamut will live. But there is one way to get rid of him for good. And she so luckily, so lovingly came right to us, didn't she? But I don't want to be harsh with you, because all of you have done good. Splendid, actually. Dare I say, it makes me proud and almost disappointed that at least some of you aren't my own children. But if we want to win this war, if we want to put Bahamut back in the ground, our little friend here, our little parasite, needs to be put down.
Well, wouldn't it be better to wait until Bahamut down like at the same time, so there's no chance for them to reincarnate at the same time or something like that?
Oh, trust me, I've done my research. It takes about a year for them to be able to reincarnate themselves. So we can kill them at any time. If anything, it would be better. Any time. But technically, it would be better to kill them now. Simply because should this tiny parasite decide to encounter their brother, like they thought they'd be so lucky to do, they'd simply stay with him. She'd turn her back on all of you as if you were nothing the moment she sees her brother.
I have a question out of character. I want to make that clear at the moment.
Yes, what is that question?
How much do we know about Bahamut?
All you knew is that he was supposed to be dead, and this is the first time you guys are hearing that he's alive again. But basically, the basic knowledge of Bahamut, like normal, pure being of good, blah blah blah. But the small differentiations of it is he is chaotic good and will do anything to fit his narrative of good, i.e., monsters bad, monsters of all kind except for him are bad. Tiamat is good because Tiamat keeps me alive. Tiamat causes evil so I can look good.
Okay.
Basically, that hero that actively lets the villain go to cause problems so they can remain looking like the hero.
Mm-hmm. Okay, how do I put this?
So is there another way to sever that bond?
There is.
I'm hearing that we're killing a child.
No.
Please don't say it like that.
Extend clause. I want
No.
mission.
Anyway, there is a way to sever that, but the only ones that can do that is Bahamut and Tiamat. Tiamat herself has to sever that bond, but she's not going to do that because if she dies, that means she can't be reincarnated.
And he can't do it himself.
Why would he?
We did that at the same time.
Oh, did we both say that?
No, I said why would he with
Oh!
Taz?
I didn't even hear you speak.
Yeah, like almost exactly in unison.
That is a good question, which brings me to a wonderful point, if you will hear me out.
Like I said, you deserve to speak out your mind.
Give me time. I would like to find and speak with Bahamut.
As much as I would like to allow you to do that, he would kill you the moment he sees you.
And then that will prove your point.
Yes, I don't want that though.
But that I don't actually think that'll happen.
Well, let's just say this. Another thing I've been so lucky to learn is that technically this is the end. None of what we're doing actually truly matters. If we win, if we lose, doesn't matter. The world's at its last legs.
Oh,
It's going to perish soon. But
So again with the APEP references.
God dang it! Stop it. But
The bringer of doomsday.
oh, but he's not him though.
Oh, I know, but he's it's the sign.
Oh no, that's what I mean.
If that's the
Yeah.
case, though, then why are you trying so hard?
Well, you see, I don't know if you've ever heard this title, but the Beast of Calamity.
Well, that sounds familiar for a different reason, but I don't think I know that.
I don't think so.
Dude, I don't think we know. Do we?
I think it might have been mentioned. That's not a character. Taz, that's your axolotls, right?
Ironically, they are related, but no.
Okay.
Out of character, you guys do understand what I'm saying. You just don't know who it is because I never actually got the chance to tell you because that would have been in Chimera.
That's fine.
If they're related, then they're a salamander.
No,
They're new.
they're not. They're not an amphibian. I would have just
Gonna
said.
go with the,
However, it probably means that we don't know it in character at all.
No.
Which makes
I was
sense.
gonna go
You're
the
biased.
giant ones from Japan.
Well, it's no, not really. But I will say this, Skylar, it's based off of a joke you made last session as soon as Severus's mother got brought back.
The hell did I say?
Exactly why I said it. You wouldn't remember. You'll find out who it is. I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
But I have found if we abide by their agreement, we will perfectly live through this calamity and even be sent somewhere better. While everything else, all our enemies, all the ones that don't matter, will be simply killed off in the world's end. It's the same beast, actually, that killed Muhammad in the first place. So long as we actively show that we're on her side, the world ending is not a problem.
Oh, I know who it is.
Yeah.
It's APEP, obviously.
Oh,
Nah,
yeah.
nah. But I can't remember. I can't say her name.
Well, I know you know who it is because you said her.
Yeah, well, you said her. That's why I figured it out.
That is true.
I know, Misty, you're in the way.
Yep. Starts with the T.
It does start with a T.
Yep. Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But should we decide not to abide by that agreement, simply put, we lose. The end. No more us. No more mothers, no more fathers. Every little thing that we've spent so much time doing doesn't matter. Well, for some of us, of course. For a few of us, I included, I don't have to worry about this issue. I've already been told that I am chosen, but surprisingly, it wasn't the beasts that chose me themselves. I will outlive this no matter what. I'm just telling you that you have a choice to be able to outlive this. Should you decide to let the parasite live, then simply put, you die, your mother dies, most of my children sadly die. But, as upset as I would be, I'll still sleep at night knowing that I chose the right decision. So simply put, I leave the decision up to you. Tydelia finally pipes up, that's not fair. You can't leave such a decision up to, they're still young. You're right. But I didn't ask you to speak either. And she immediately shuts up.
Well, why
Oh.
give a decision to us? We're so young.
Cloth extent. It gotta go.
Nope.
You can say no all you want. You can turn around and look away.
Or I could just stop
Well,
you.
yeah, it's a group decision, not just a one-person
Yeah.
decision.
The choice is yours.
My choice is to kill it.
Give us a
Whatever.
time limit. This isn't happening tomorrow, right?
Well, it depends. Now that I've...
Where's Kobu?
If only we
Wait.
knew.
Kobu, speak, dang it. Are we killing the child or not? I'm getting a little fed up about this, Kobu.
I mean, it was a cutscene, so that I can understand him staying quiet through if he did come back, but...
It would suck if Kobu muted for the cutscene and then passed out.
You know what? Let me help us out here for a second. Just a little bit of this.
I would have loved to, like... There we
Wait.
go.
Hi!
Hi.
How you
You
doing?
fell asleep.
So what's going on? I do apologize.
No, you're okay. Did you fall asleep?
Yes, I did.
I thought so.
We are having a vote if we kill Tiamat. We have to kill Tiamat so we can kill Bahamut. Some people don't want Tiamat to die.
Well, yeah.
Also,
But-
the Great Worm Father's awake.
Oh, so the Great Worm Father ordered us to kill Tiamat.
Well, he didn't
Well, they
order
didn't
you.
order it.
He
Yeah,
gave
but
you the
it's advised to do so.
Well, could be.
What do you mean could be? It's self-explanatory.
Well, yeah, that's how you see it, not how everyone might see it.
Well, then PvP.
No.
No.
Not only that, the world's ending, and he's just like, I'm gonna survive this. I'm just letting you guys pick the right decision so you can also survive it. But also leaving the fate of every other dragon at their hands as well. So basically, if they choose the quote unquote wrong decision, every single dragon will probably hate them.
I'm not sure.
Also, Soloris is still toppled on the ground in pain, getting all of his memories back. It's fine.
Alright, so there's a no, there's an unsure, there's a give us a time limit. What's Severus?
I honestly don't know. I am debating. Because Severus is just a very strong attachment to them because of the...
Hey, Skylar, remember when I said that you're
Oh, I
gonna
know.
have a decision?
Cracking.
I knew it was this once you started talking about it.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
At first I thought it was awakening him, but after it just happened all of a sudden, I realized, oh, that's not it.
Oh no, he was gonna wake up regardless.
Because what if my mom dies because of your decision?
Yeah.
That is
But what
kind
if
of
it's
what
the
he.
wrong decision?
I think it's the correct decision.
There's no right decision.
Exactly.
For not having Tiamat reincarnate, I want to become the god of this reality.
It's the reality. Go.
I know it's ending, but I will become a god in the new reality, and I do not want competition, and it's still a baby.
But then there's more questions. Yes, it's just a baby.
Yes,
But
and
also there's
I
more
know
questions
and
than just
I
that.
burn not to have Bahamut be a dick.
Yeah, but
So-
why is the world doomed in the first place?
Well, at the moment,
You wanna ask
Tiamat
that?
gotta go,
Well,
so we can kill Bahamut.
first, I'd like to have that time limit of how long we got till this.
He chuckles.
At the
Well,
moment, I would like to go to bed. So,
Well, we got your opinion.
okay, kill it.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, it is your opinion.
Well,
we
the
know.
world should be ending in about 5 days from now, from what I remember.
Oh,
So,
Gonna start packing
very
my stuff.
okay, it's not
a very
tomorrow.
short time limit. But the war effort, the humans that don't know that the world's ending, are going to be on their way in here within 2 days.
And,
Especially
why?
faster now. Well, because I'm awake.
No, I mean, why is it ending?
Oh. As far as I know, the Beast of Calamity said that it's time to go. the beast of beginning, middles, and ends are, well, middles is Calamity, isn't it? But they said that the world is overstayed its welcome and it's just time to go. So all three of them are going to light him up.
Okay, Taz, do we need to have an answer today in this session?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Oh, thank goodness.
Well, for one, if we had gotten to this point sooner, then yes. But it's 9:36. I think I'm fine with having another freaking session for this.
Same.
Because in
Alright.
I'm
technicality,
barely clinging to staying awake as is.
Hey, you get to go to number 12.
yeah, I'm almost tempted to ask, hey guys, short notice, but you want to have one for all the marbles on Friday? But again, short notice, and I don't know how many of you guys want to do that.
I actually won't be available to do that Friday.
Ah, see?
There
All
we
the more
go.
reason for me to not want to do it.
Alright.
For once, I actually
Well-
have plans on a Friday.
Not only that, it's easier for me to actually wait till Wednesday, because that means I would have to waste some of my classwork time.
Goodness.
Fair enough.
Alright. Well,
But of course, you don't have to have an answer today. Whether it be between a few seconds of this session or outside of session, you guys are free to ask me any sort of questions.
Yep.
And I can answer it either in character, out of character, whatever you guys need. But yeah.
okay.
But is there any questions while the session's still going on, or shall we end it here?
I think we should end it here.
I think I'm good for in-session stuff.
Got it. Well,
Agreed.
will the party actually decide to kill Tiny Mott?
Cracks fingers.
Will Momona get attacked by the other party?
Probably, but all I have to do
No.
is kill the child.
We'll find.
We'll
find out
find out
next
next time.
I have a very safe way to protect the child.